Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. Sorry we're a little late. This is a really great day for our organization. Today we signed Marcin Gortat officially, and when we traded for him last year, we felt like he could really fit into our situation, and he ended up being a better fit than we ever thought he could be. You know, we didn't know the kind of character he has, his work ethic, the toughness that he brings to the table. He's a meticulous worker when it comes to the weight room. He works on his game, and I think he's just going to get better and better as we move forward. He developed a great chemistry with our team, especially with Nene in the front court and John and Bradley on pick and rolls. With John, he was one of the best pick and roll combinations in the league. Bradley and he developed into the top 5 pick and roll combination as the season went along. And March is a guy that's a total team player. He became one of the leaders of our team late in the season. We had some real good success in the playoffs, and he was a big part of that. And we're just glad to have him back for the long haul with this organization as we continue to move forward. So at this time, I want to welcome him for the long haul, congratulate him, and let's hear a few words from him.
Well, obviously, thank you for coming. I apologize for being late. I had to say hello to that coach and all the guys that are playing at the summer league. And obviously, I lost track of time a little bit, so I apologize for that. I'm excited. It's a big day, not only for me, but also for the Washington. I believe that we can be a special team for the next 4 or 5 years. We have a lot of talent. We have some experience. We're definitely better than we were last year. And I believe that we can build something special here. Obviously, coming here a few months ago, my thoughts were mixed. I didn't know how it's going to be in the new environment, in a city like that, like Washington, but everything ended up being very good for me. So I'm excited to be here. I feel really comfortable. We talk about that with my agent about, different teams, different options, and, end of the day, Washington was always the number one option. First of all, I like the city, I like the team, I like the environment, I like the people that work around the organization. I don't think I ever had a better relationship than I have with Ernie or with Tommy Shepard. So, it's big and very important for me also to be in an environment that I feel comfortable. Like I said again, I like the coach Randy Whitman. I believe he's doing the right thing. He put me in the situation to be successful, and hopefully for the next 5 years we're going to be successful as a team.
Questions?
Ernie, was there, to sound pretty clear from the start that this was a move you wanted to make? Was there any question about looking at the big market, or for you was it just always, we're bringing him back and we got to figure out how to do that?
Well, yes, it was to bring him back, and we got to figure out how to do that. We felt he was the best big man out in the market this year, and the chemistry that we've developed we really cherished, and something that we wanted to keep. So from day one we've said we want to bring him back, and we wanted him to be part of what we're trying to do here for the next 4 or 5 years.
So Marcin, when did you realize that you wanted to be in Washington for the long term? At what moment did you realize that?
Well, I realized maybe the moment when I realized was good for me. It's maybe not proper to say. It was.
They're still going to say it as always.
Of course. Well, the moment when I realized that might be a good place for me when then I get hurt, unfortunately. But I realized that that's the team where I can be a leader under the basket. I can be a leader in the paint. I can definitely help this team. I can be myself. I can develop my game here, take my game to another level, and after that, when we beat Chicago, I realized this place is great. We have a great chemistry. We have a lot of people standing behind us, supporting us. Fans start supporting us even more in playoffs, and hopefully they're going to support us more in the next few years. And I realized, and I think the last move Washington and Ernie did was sending coaches, sending Tommy Shepard back to Poland, sending assistant coaches to my camps. It was huge. They showed me a lot of love, and I spoke with a lot of players around the league. You can't deny that. You can't deny if team really wants you, if team is really showing that love, you gotta be with this team. It's something that is unusual. It's not too many players that getting so much love from the team they play for. So it was an easy decision for me. We sit down and my agent and Ernie, we sit down in negotiation, and just because of the flight from Poland to States was 10 hours, the negotiation probably will be 2 hours. We negotiated for 12 hours, but 10 hours was just because I was in the plane and I couldn't talk. So, we sit down, we didn't argue too much, and we just, we made it happen. And then I realized, these guys want me, they want me, they feel comfortable with me, I feel comfortable with them, I like them too. So, let's build something special for the next 4 or 5 years.
March, you mentioned after the playoffs kind of how most of the first year was just you feeling your way around the team and getting used to being a leader. So now that your future here is set, what are you looking to do more so as a leader and a player next year?
Well, obviously, having that security that I'm going to be here for the next 5 years, I'm definitely going to try to be more vocal. I'm definitely going to try to stay on John and Bradley a little bit more. Sometimes young players didn't want to hear that stuff, but as a veteran, as a guy who's seen a lot in this league, and I've been in NBA finals, I know what it takes to become a good player, and I know what it takes to, go all the way to the end. And I'm going to try to just, sit and whisper in their ear, the right stuff, be early, work on your game, stay focused on everything you do. And, I know that sometimes young guys, they don't want to hear this, but end of the day, we're going to be married for the next 4 or 5 years. So, it's going to go 2 ways, We might destroy this team or make this team better. And I believe we're going to make this team better because, John and Bradley, they're smart guys. I'm not going to try to kill them, but, try to make them better. So, we're definitely going to work on that. I'm obviously I'm going to try to go as far as possible. NBA Finals, winning a championship, one day. But I would say we have to do step by step. We have to do step by step. Let's get a better result than we had last year. Let's make a conference finals this year, upcoming year now, and let's just try to get better.
March, I know today's your day, but Trevor Ariza undecided. How important is it for you for him to return?
Well, obviously Trevor is, one of the players that got ring in this league, and we would like to have him back. His experience, his length, his quickness, his ability to shoot threes. He's very important to our team. He was a big big piece of our team for the last 8 months, and we would like to have him back. I know that Ernie's doing all he can to get him back. We got to make sure we're gonna make the right decision as a team, as an organization, and if I know if that will be so easy, he'll be here already. But at the end of the day, it's not an easy decision. It's not an easy move to make. So I know Ernie and Tommy's working, every day. We're hoping we're gonna have him back.
March, how important was long-term security for you with it?
Well, first of all, I believe that I can be another good player for another 4 or 5 years, and I definitely believe that getting guaranteed contract for 5 years is going to give me opportunity to also develop. Is going to secure mentally I'm going to be more secure, and I'll be able to focus on basketball and on things on the right things like basketball and trying to make this team better. I also believe that we can be a better team. We can be a really good team for the next 4 or 5 years, and it will be sad to just be here for 2 or 3 years, and after 3 years, maybe try to find another team. I would like to be with this team as long as possible because Bradley and John and Otto, we can't forget about Otto. These 3 guys will be special for the next few years, and I'll definitely like to be a part of this legacy. I'll definitely like to be a part of that team and just watch these guys, how they develop and how they become one of the best players in this league.
When we last saw you, you listed four things that you're specifically looking for, which is often including on the point guard, not just being a tackling dummy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did that list stay true into the decision-making process?
Well, each part of every point of the list was pretty much checked with Washington Wizards. It's we have John Wall, who's one of the best point guards in this league. I truly believe next year he can definitely be top 2, top 3 point guards in this league. He's definitely not a selfish guy. He definitely developed his game since the game one in Detroit, where I was actually, traded 48 hours before the game. So I definitely seen huge progress from John, and I'm excited to play with him. This kid is really learning. He got his moments where, you better don't go and talk to him now, but everybody got those moments. Basically, he's a very good kid. Tremendous athlete, and one day he's going to be one of the best point guards in this league. I definitely love the coach. I have a great chemistry with him. He knows what I can bring to the table, and it's up to him if he's going to use me or I'm going to be a role player. It's totally up to him. And team is fighting for the championship. We are not in the process of rebuilding. That's kind of sad. You don't want to be in a team where a team is losing 60 games a year. I've been in a team like that, and it's not fun. It's not fun. It's always better to compete for the championship. So most of these points were checked for me. So like I said, Washington from the day one was, my pretty much number one option.
Marcin, how important is this contract to you personally, your family, and you and the country of Poland?
Well, for the country, it means a lot. Obviously, for the country, it means a lot. I'm going to be the first player in my country to play for so long. It's definitely going to put me on first two spots, the most making money in my country, which is kind of funny because I hold that spot for the past 3 years, and it looks like I might continue to hold it. Well, it all depends how the other soccer player is going to play. And for the country, it's great. It's going to be a great PR exposure for the country. I'm glad I can represent my country here in the United States, and hopefully my country's going to, the level of basketball is going to go up. Hopefully, I mean, I would say obviously it's only one Gortat. We'd probably do better if we had 10 of them, but unfortunately I'm by myself. We're going to try to make the best out of it. And personally, I would say my dad he got a lot of gold medals, and like he said, he can weight all these medals for pounds and kilograms. I'm never gonna get all these medals, but again, with one check, I'm gonna make more. He's gonna make his entire life. So that's pretty much it. It is what it is. I was fortunate enough to be in that situation, and I think it's all about the hard work and sacrifices and passion for the basketball, passion for that sport, and I sacrificed a lot in my life. I sacrificed a lot to be at the point where I am right now, and people that know me, they could tell you stories about me, and if 7-8 years ago, people could tell me that one day I'm going to sign a contract like I signed today, they won't believe it, And we talked with Randy Wiseman today about, 7 years ago, I said, Coach, you never let me play more than 5 minutes in the summer league game. Now I'm your starting big man in your team. So we laugh at that now.
Hey, Ernie, how much of a relief was it to finally get this deal done so you can focus on making other moves?
Well, obviously, we were glad when it happened and we got the yes answer on this. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on when free agency starts, a lot of phone calls, a lot of people you have to talk to, agents, players, make contact with a lot of people. But obviously, we had some priorities, and our own players were the ones that we contacted first.
Obviously, on some level, this was almost a different situation than what's happening with the rest of the league, because it seems like everything else is going slow. In terms of all your priorities, is it a little bit frustrating at this point that things are seemingly dragging the way they have been?
Not necessarily. It's typical. These kind of things always happen in free agency, and if you look at the history of it, the top players everybody wants to get them, so they wait for them, and when the dominoes start to fall, then things start speeding up a little bit. But I don't think this is so much more abnormal than normally.
One more question? Can we ask about that tank?
Yeah, sure.
What I always thought was a couple pictures. What was that what was that part of your camp, or what was the story behind all that?
Is the second question going to come about the pig too? Well, so what happened is we had obviously every year for the past 7 years I got camps back in Poland. We have 4 camps. We had 4 camps this year, and after 4th camp we had a celebrity game between my team, my celebrities, athletes that I'm collecting during the whole year, and we playing against Polish Army. So what happened is Polish Army was kind enough to, just bring a few toys. They pulled they brought the toys right in front of the hotel, and all the celebrities from my country, all the athletes, we were able to jump on the different reinforced cars, tanks, and different transporters and Humvees and all different stuff, and we were able to go to the arena where we play the game. We're doing this for the past 7 years. We have celebrity games. That was our third year where we did the celebrity game. This year we won. It's 2-1 in big games, and hopefully we're gonna get another one next year. It was huge. And for the first time this year, we are actually able to present active head coach, NBA head coach back in Poland. Randy flew in with Tommy Shepard, and it was great. For the first time, actually Polish fans, Polish community was able to see active NBA head coach back in Poland. They were able to talk to him, get some autographs. We had Coach Patrick Sullivan, assistant coach back in Poland, helping me out at camps. We had Mike Taylor, national team coach, assistant coach from Boston Celtics, also with us, and a few other NBA players. We had Chris Singleton, who flew in for a few days. He sacrificed his time to come over, and it was huge. It was huge. I'm definitely proud and grateful for everything they did. Grateful, for the Washington Wizards organization that they flew in so many guys for me. It was great. So that was the reason why I was on the tank.
You're not gonna buy one of those, you
No,
buy one of those?
no, not yet. Not yet.
Thank you, everybody. March will be available for one-on-ones following the press conference here. Thank you.
Thank you.